All right. So good morning and welcome to practice. My idea for today was to talk a little bit about truth, because what I find most challenging these days and around this time is really how to find out what's true, because we are bombarded with opinions, we are bombarded with facts that are completely opposite of each other. And how do we really know what to follow, what is true, and how can we also hold space maybe if somebody else finds something true that we don't agree with? Because what I see also on Facebook and social media, there's so much discussion going on and so much judgment and so much how we should behave and what we should think. And, you know, it's very confusing. I don't know if you guys can relate to that. But when we get overwhelmed by truth, how can we figure out what's really true? And I think to me, it's by coming back to our own experiences. A lot of the things we experience are true for us and really are true. For example, even if you look at this whole COVID thing, some facts are true. It's true that if we strengthen our immune system, we are most likely to be a little bit more prepped if we get the virus. And there are facts how we can strengthen the immune system. Nobody really talks about it in the media, which I find very confusing, because this is like the first thing everybody should talk about before we talk about vaccines and all these things. So it's a fact, if you eat healthy food, if you take vitamins, that most probably your immune system is going to be a little bit stronger. So it's also a fact how, when you come to your yoga mat, how you feel at the end of your yoga practice. And this might be true for you, and maybe somebody else doesn't have that experience and will argue with you if yoga is effective or not, but it's still going to be your truth, and you still may be able to hold the space for the other person to maybe not believe that to be true for himself. Even though if they've never tried yoga, it's very hard for them to really say if it's true or not. You know my point. And then when we get into politics, you know, you guys in America are very much affected by this right now with the coming elections and all the back and forth. And so I think always come back to yourself, always come back to like really feeling in, checking in with yourself, what is true for you? And at the same time, letting go of the wanting to be right or making other people wrong, and really trying to be in this space of like openness. I mean, we all have different life experiences. Our life experiences shape what's true for us. You know, your religious background, your cultural background, even like the people you surround yourself with, this will all have an effect on what you believe to be true. And that is okay. And I think maybe now we can really use the practice to this grounding sensation of like, okay, this is my truth. I hold that true for myself. I communicate that, but in a way that other people can also, you know, have their own opinions. So let's focus a little bit on that in our yoga practice today. And I like to start, as always, with a nice little grounding meditation. So please close your eyes and find a comfortable seat. And I recommend sitting on a pillow if you have one. And then just closing the eyes, focusing on softening your body, softening your heart space, softening your face, and even softening your mind. And just coming to this moment by welcoming your breath as it is. Not trying to change anything about it, not trying to control it. And then just see what's true for you right now, this moment. What's true for you in your body, what's true for you in your heart. What's true for you in your mind. And then focus on your breathing and let every inhale be a way of inviting aliveness, nourishment, wisdom, vibrancy, joy, whatever it is you like to invite into your body. And with every exhale, let go of anything that worries you, stresses you, any kind of fear. And do a couple of rounds like this. Inhaling vibrancy, joy, knowledge, truth. Exhaling, releasing stress, fear, worries, tension. And so shifting our focus on the alchemy of yoga, on the way that we can transform how we feel each moment. And again, just noticing, making this snapshot of how you're feeling right now, and then we'll check in again at the end of our practice. A couple more breaths here. Also feel when you're exhaling, you're drawing the navel back towards the spine, and this is the connection back to yourself, to your truth, your strength. And from this place of grounding and connection, it might also be easier to communicate truth. And check in with your throat. You know, when you think of the chakras, we have the throat chakra. So the area around the throat, and then sometimes also we hold our truth back because we're afraid to speak it. So can you really soften into the space of the throat? And feel your ujjayi breath. If you're not familiar with ujjayi breath, the yogic breath, it's the breath that comes from the back of the throat. So it's a very gentle, soft, but deep breath. And you would feel it if you don't know it, if you hold the mirror in front of you and you would make the sound like fogging the mirror. But then you would keep your mouth closed and just let the sound of the breath come from the back of your throat, and just enjoy a couple rounds of ujjayi breath. And then whatever you are experiencing as truth right now, just let it be. There's no need to call it right or wrong or to call it anything. It's just a fact. It's how you feel. And to me, the yoga is always an invitation to really just accept the way we feel, because so many times we try to feel different and we resist and we want to change things. And so to me, this is the practice of allowing and really looking at ourselves and honoring whatever is true for us. So I think whatever we resist, we can never let go. We push it down. We don't want to look at it, but then it always keeps coming back to us. So when we allow it to be there, from that acknowledgement, we can actually make peace with it and let it go. Now gently bring your hands together in front of your heart. And we'll start with one sound of Om. Let's make it a really gentle one today. Nice big breath in. Om. Smile for joy. Feel how that softens your body, and gently open your eyes and come into a downward facing dog, please. I'll meet you on my mat. So take a little time in your down dog to really feel how your body feels today, what's going on for you, to really stretch out your legs. You can bend one knee, straighten the other leg, press the heel down. And switch a couple times. Good. And then bend the knees and bring your belly to your thighs and stick your butt all the way up high. Good. And from here, inhale, roll forward, bring your shoulders above your wrists and slide your feet back a little bit so you have the perfect distance here. Shoulders above the wrists, heels above the toes, and you can draw the belly in. Hold it. And then exhale, take it back, downward facing dog, and keep your feet where they are. Just stretch them out. We'll do a little flow here. Now as you inhale, drop your knees, arch your back and look up. And as you exhale, just sit back onto your heels for child's pose. As you inhale, come back up, arching. And as you exhale, lift up and back into downward facing dog, stretch it out. We'll do that 2 more times. On the inhale, drop the knees, arching, look up. On the exhale, soft elbows as you sit back into child's pose. Inhaling, coming up, and exhaling, lift up and back into downward facing dog. Last time, drop your knees. Inhale to arch your back. Exhale to round and sit back onto the heels. And then inhaling, coming back up. Exhaling into downward facing dog, and this time we stay. Stretch out your legs. Good. And then from here, look towards your hands and gently walk your feet forward. Bring your feet about hip distance so you can bring 2 fists in between your feet. Outer edges are parallel. And then inhale to lengthen. And as you exhale, bend the knees and fold forward and just hang here for a moment and shift your weight a little bit back and forth, side to side. Kind of feeling the 4 corners of your feet. This is always going to help you to feel grounded. Really focusing on bringing energy and awareness into the feet. Move your hips a little bit, shake out your head, yes and no. Good. And then slowly draw the belly in and come all the way up to stand. Good, so feet are still hip distance. I want to start by just some nice flow to connect to the breath. So nice and easy. Inhale, lift your heels, come onto the toes, stretch your arms up. And exhale, slowly come back down. And again, inhaling, lift your heels, come onto your toes, whoops, and exhale, come back down. Good, shaky balance. Inhaling, lengthening, lifting up, exhaling to come back down. One last time, inhale to lengthen, stretch, and exhale to come back down. Good. Now keep your heels on the floor. Inhale, lift your arms, grab your left wrist, and stretch over to the right side. And then inhale to come over, grab your right wrist, stretch your right side over to the left. Great. And then inhale to come back up. Exhale, release your arms next to your body. Turn your palms to face up. Roll your arms, so upper arms out. And feel how that creates this nice opening in the chest. Palms are facing forward, so it feels really receptive. And remember, you inhale vibrancy, nourishment, joy, whatever it is that you wish for today. And you exhale and release stress and tension. Good, one more breath. And with your next inhale, open the eyes, lift the arms up. As you exhale, dive forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen, lift onto the fingertips. As you exhale, step your left foot back and come into a high lunge. Lift the arms up. Good. Now bring your left hand behind your back and just keep reaching up through the right fingertips and reaching back through the left here. So a little back bend here, just feel the length, the stretch all along the right side and the left side. Good. All right, and then release your hands to the floor and step back. Inhale to come forward. Exhale, lower down knees, chest, chin. Inhaling all the way up. Exhaling back Downward facing dog. Stay here. Breathe deeply. Inhale, your left leg floats up. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Inhale, reach the arms up. And once again, bring your left arm behind your back. This time, reach through your right arm and your right heel and feel the opening in the right side. All along. Nice big breath. Good. Exhale, release your right hand to the floor. Now inhale, your left arm floats up into the sky, and exhale, bring your left arm underneath your thigh. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale, underneath. Last time, inhale, lifting up, open. Stay here. Exhale, release your hand to the floor. Step forward. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, take the arms out and up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Remember to smile. Inhale, lift the arms up. Smiling makes everything softer. Fold forward. Inhale to lengthen. This time, step your right foot back. Reach your arms up. Right arm goes behind your back. Reach up through the left. Bend the front knee a little deeper. Reach back through the right heel. Stretch. And then exhale, hands to the floor. Step back. Inhale to come forward. Exhale, lower down. Maybe chaturanga or stick to knees, chest, chin. Find what works for you. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Good. Inhale your right leg up now. Step forward. Pressing down, float the arms up. Once again, right arm goes behind. Reach through the left fingertips. So left heel is reaching back. Breathe. Feel the stretch. Exhale now. Bring your left hand to the floor. Right arm reaches up. And then exhale, right arm goes underneath. Inhale, float your right arm up. Exhale, go underneath your thigh. Last time, inhale, lift it up, open the chest. Exhale, release, and step back. Inhale to come forward. Exhale, lower down. Vinyasa of your choice. And then exhale back, downward facing dog. In your down dog, every time you exhale, draw the navel in and up. Maybe bend the knees a little bit and feel active navel. It really protects your back and gives you more length. Good. From here, bend the knees, look towards your hands, walk, step, or jump forward. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, take the arms out and up. Exhale, hands to the heart. So today we'll do sun salutations a little bit in a circle, like a mandala. It's fun. Let's see. Place your feet to the floor. Of course, they are on the floor. Shift your weight onto your left foot. Bring your right knee up into the sky, out to the side, and let's come into tree pose. So push the foot and the inner thigh together. Inhale, lift the arms up. Take a moment here to relax your face, relax your shoulders. Breathe, keep the eyes focused. All right, and then bring your right knee forward, and as you exhale, take the hands to your heart and reach your right foot back for warrior three. So we're moving really slowly. Good. From here, step all the way back, press into the out edge of your right foot, open the arms, warrior two. Inhale, your left arm comes up. Exhale, bring the elbow to the knee and stretch your right arm long. Good. Now, what's true is when you push into the out edge of your right foot, you can go deeper, you can lengthen more, you can open the chest. Press into both feet. Inhale to come up, turn your left toes parallel. Hands onto your waist, roll the shoulders up. Exhale, keep your hands on your waist, fold forward. Draw the shoulder blades towards each other. Good. Nice big breath in, exhale through the mouth. Press into the feet, lead from your heart. Come up, now turn your right toes to the back. Open the arms, warrior two. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, elbow to knee. Reach your left arm long. And again, now press into the outer edge of your left foot for support. Good. And then release, cartwheel your hands to the floor, step your right foot back. Now facing towards the back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, lower down, move through the vinyasa of your choice. And then back into downward facing dog. Good. From here, inhale, left leg floats up, step your left foot forward, bring your right heel down, cartwheel your arms into warrior two. Now facing towards the back, inhale, left arm up. Exhale, elbow to knee, reach your right arm long. So pretty much doing the pose 4 times. Good. And then press into your back foot coming up, bring your left toes parallel. This time interlace your hands behind your back, lift the chest. Exhale, fold forward, lift the arms, little bend in the knees. Good. Pressing into the feet. Inhale to come back up. Turn your right toes forward. Open the arms, warrior two. Last time, inhale, your right arm comes up. Exhale, elbow to knee. Left arm reaches long. Really open the chest, breathe deeply. Good. Exhale, release your hands to the floor, step back. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, lower down, vinyasa of your choice. When you come back into down dog, drop your knees, give yourself a little moment in child's pose. Let your arms rest next to your body. Good. From here, place your hands and come back into downward facing dog. Bend the knees, look towards your hands, walk, step, or jump forward. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to fold. Inhale, take the arms out and up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Beautiful. Let's do the other side. Bring your left knee up, left foot to the inside of your right thigh, coming into tree pose. Take a moment here to find your balance. When you feel ready, lift the arms up. Shoulders relaxed, face soft. Good. From here, bring your left knee forward, hands to your heart. Straighten your left leg back, coming into warrior three. Spread the toes, lower the chest to lift the leg a little higher. And then step all the way back. Open the arms, warrior two. This time, straighten your front leg, reach your hip back, and come into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Left arm reaches up. Rotate your right shoulder back. Maybe your top arm will go over your head. Nice. Inhale to come back up. Bring your feet parallel. This time again, interlace your hands behind your back. Lift the chest. As you exhale, fold forward. Soft bend in the knees. Breathing deeply. Good. Pressing into the feet. Inhale to come back up. Turn your left toes out. Open the arms into warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Move your hip back. Coming back into Trikonasana on the left leg. Right arm reaches up. Left shoulder draws back. Maybe extend the right arm over your head. Beautiful. Press into your back foot. Inhale to come up. Exhale, warrior two. Cartwheel your hands to the floor. Step back. Inhale to come forward and exhale, lower down. Vinyasa, your choice. Back into downward facing dog. Stretch out your legs. Now inhale, your right leg floats up. As you exhale, step your right foot forward. Left heel comes down. Cartwheel your arms into warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Trikonasana number 3. Coming up, left arm goes up high. Maybe extend the arm over your head. All the time, focus on expansion. What feels true to you? Where do you make any adjustment that makes, you know, the flow of energy more open, more fluid? Good. Press into your back foot. Inhale to come up. Bring your feet parallel. Hands onto your waist. Lift the shoulders up and back. Exhale, fold forward. This time, walk your hands forward. Open your feet a little wider. Push the floor away. Stick your butt all the way up high. And then walk your hands back. And you choose either to just be here, folding forward with your palms facing up, or maybe to grab your big toes, bend the elbows, and go into a nice deep forward fold. Opening the legs. Now release your big toes, hands onto the waist. Inhale to come back up. Turn your left toes out. Open the arms, warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Last Trikonasana. On the left leg, right arm floats up and maybe extends over your head. So keep opening the chest. Great. Smile for joy. It's our new mantra we created in the last class. Good. And then from here, press into your back foot, come up, bend the front knee, cartwheel your hands to the floor, step back. Vinyasa of your choice. Good. And exhaling back into down dog. Once again, drop your knees, sit back into child's pose, but keep your fingertips reaching forward. So you want to create length in the sides of your body. Stay on the fingertips. Take one more breath, exhale through the mouth. And then lift your head, start walking your fingertips all the way out to the right. Left hand places on top of the right. So you can breathe into the left side and get some nice juicy opening here. Great. Coming back to the middle, walk your hands all the way over to the left. Place your right hand on top of the left and breathe into the right side body opening. Good. And then slowly come back to the middle. Place your hands and come back into downward facing dog. Stretch out your legs, look towards your hands, walk, step, or jump forward. On the inhale, lengthen. On the exhale, fold it down. Inhale, lift the arms out and up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Close your eyes and just stay here for a moment. Again, checking in with yourself. What's true for you right now? Can you feel already the effect of just a couple minutes of flow, opening, breathing? What is it doing for you? And you feel your heart beating. Mine is beating quite fast. It's nice. And then when you're ready, open the eyes and inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, dive forward, Uttanasana. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, step your left foot back. Cartwheel your arms into warrior two. Now interlace your hands, draw the shoulder blades together. Look forward and fold forward, bringing your right shoulder inside or on top of the right knee. Stick your right butt behind and then scoop it under. So you will feel a really nice stretch in the right outer hip. Good. From here, place your right hand inside the right foot and see if you can take your left arm up into the sky. Again, scooping the right hip under, and feel free to use a block if this is too much for you. Good. Now, if you want to go even deeper, you could bring your left arm behind and your right arm underneath and go for a little bind here. You decide what's right and true for you. Good. If you are in the bind, release your bind, and then everybody release your left hand to the floor. Turn your left heel up and walk your right toes out to the right, turning the toes a little bit out to the side. Walk your hands forward and come down onto your elbows if you can. Reach back through the left heel. So also move really, really slowly. When we're rushing, we are not really connected to what's true for us. So that sometimes really needs stillness and time to listen without having doubts. So allow yourself to move as slowly as you need to. Good. Now from here, come back onto your hands. Float the right leg up into the sky, shake it out. And let's flip our dog. Right foot lands behind. Take your right arm over your head. Beautiful. Big breath in, exhale through the mouth. And release back, downward facing dog. Anybody wanting to do a vinyasa, go for it. It's absolutely optional. Good. All right, now inhale your left leg up, exhale, step your left foot forward, right heel comes down, cartwheel your arms into warrior two. Interlace your hands. Inhale, lifting the chest. So you can stick your butt out a little bit and then kind of bring it in one line with your knee. And from here, fold forward, shoulder on top or inside the left knee. Breathing deeply. Good, then release your hands. Bring your left hand inside the left foot and push your arm and knee into each other. You can take your right hand onto your waist, scoop the hip under. So again, if you need a block, feel free to place anything underneath your hand. Roll that right shoulder up and back, right arm reaches up. Push arm and knee into each other and feel how that creates opening and space. Those of you wanting to go for a bind, right arm goes behind, left arm underneath to come into the bind. To me, it's a bit too much for my shoulder right now, so I stay here. Good. Breathe wherever you are. Smile for joy. And then release both hands inside your left foot. Lift your right heel. Turn your left toes out to the side. Good. And then come into lizard pose. Walking your hands forward and bringing your elbows down to the floor. See how that feels. Great. I love this pose. I hope you do too. Good, and then walk your hands back. Float your left leg up into the sky. Shake it out. While you keep the left leg up in the sky, already transition onto the out edge of your right foot and then let that left foot fall behind. Stretch your left arm up. Big breath in, exhale through the mouth. And release. Back into down dog. Those of you who want to flow through vinyasa, go for it. Otherwise, just stay in down dog. If you need child's pose, you can, of course, already come into child's pose. And then everybody drop your knees and sit back into child's pose. This time, bring your arms next to your body so you're releasing your shoulders. Couple of nice deep breaths. And feel the energy moving more freely in your body. 72,000 so-called nadis. Nadis are energy channels. Biggest one is the spine. And I sometimes love when I'm in certain relaxation poses to like visualize all these nadis and how energy flows. So beautiful. So slowly come all the way back up and onto your hands and knees and bring your right knee in front of your left knee. See if you can sit back. A pillow might be a good idea. You want to have both feet out to the side. If that's not happening for you, you can have the left leg straight and the right knee bent on top. Gomukhasana. From here, inhale to lengthen. Exhale, walk your hands forward and fold if you can. You can also just stay here, totally fine. Face is soft. Connect to your breath. Your breath is always true. Nothing wrong with the breath. You can't fake it. And the breath is often a really good indication of what's going on for you. So when you're breathing shallow, when you're stressed, your breath feels different than when you are in a relaxed, happy state. Good. From here, slowly walk your hands back. Unfold your legs. Bring your knees up, arms next to your body. Let's do a little boat pose here, Navasana. So you can have your knees bent, shoulders are pushing down, chin is lifted, or you can go a little lower and straighten your legs. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Hug the knees into your chest. Sitting really, really tall. Close your eyes. Let's do a lion's breath. Big breath in. Exhale. Stretch your tongue out. And we'll do it again. Big breath in. And exhale. Wonderful. Good. So before the right leg was on top, now we bring the left knee on top. Those of you that can't do this, right leg straight. It's a beautiful modification. Feet next to the body. You can even lift the flesh up a little bit. Inhale to sit tall. And exhale, walk your hands forward and fold. Breathing deeply, feeling the difference on this side. If there's tightness or a strong sensation, back off, or use your breath to let go and to soften it a little bit. And then slowly walk your hands back. Once again, come into boat pose. Shoulders are pushing down. Maybe your legs straight. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Hugging the knees to your chest, sitting tall. Close your eyes. Big breath in. Exhale through the mouth. Tongue is stretching out. One more time. Lion's breath. Big breath in. And exhale. Wonderful. All right. Straighten your legs, shake them out, and then bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees fall out to the side and come to lie in goddess pose. Feel free to place support underneath your thighs if this feels too much. And then place your right hand onto your belly and your left hand onto your heart. And check in again through your breath. Feel everything softening in your face, in your heart, your belly. And just breathe. Inhaling vibrancy, nourishment, exhaling stress, fear, worry. Good. And then slowly bringing your knees back together. Walk your feet back underneath your knees. And when you stretch your arms, make sure your middle finger can touch to your heels. Inhale, float your hips up and reach your arms up. Exhale, slowly roll yourself down. So move as slow as you can. Very, very slowly. Inhale, lifting the pelvis and the arms up. Exhaling, coming back down. And let's do 2 more. Inhaling all the way up. Exhaling down. And last time, inhaling all the way up. And exhaling all the way down. Good. Now press into the feet. Lift your pelvis up. Draw the shoulders a little closer together and either interlace your hands. If that is too much, you can also bring your fingers inside your heels and kind of push out into the heels. And then just make sure you lift your hip a little higher. And notice if one hip is dropping a little bit more than the other, then really make them very parallel. Lift a little higher, press into your feet, face is soft. Good, and then exhale, slowly release, come back down, and just move your knees very gently side to side, like windshield wipers. Good. Gonna do one more back bend, and you get to choose if you want to do the same bridge pose, or if you want to come into full wheel, placing your hands underneath your shoulders and then pressing up. Whichever pose you choose, make sure to press into the inside of your feet for support and activation of the inner thighs. Good. And then when you're ready, slowly release, come back down, and again, windshield wiper your legs, left and right, right and left. Great. Good. Now take your strap so that you have it next to you if you need it. Hug both knees into your chest. Rock a little bit back and forth. Massaging your lower back. Take your hands onto your knees and start to make circles, moving the knees away from each other. And then moving the knees towards each other. Nice and easy. Good. Then keep your right knee hugged in. With your hands clasped around the knee, draw the knee towards your chest. So this is called wind relieving pose. It's really, really good for your digestion. So the knee is really pressing to the chest and the left heel is pushing away. Stay here for a couple of breaths. Good, and then take your strap or your scarf, whatever you have, and place it around your right foot. Hold on with your right hand and place your left hand onto your left hip bone. Now take a look at your leg. The leg might want to turn in. You want to slightly rotate it out to create space in your groin. So you could even take your left hand and kind of press a little bit against the right thigh. And then draw the straight leg a little closer to you. Heel is pressing up, toes are pointing down. Shoulder relaxed, face is soft. Beautiful stretch for your hamstrings. If you need to have the knee bent, it's okay, but you can also rather have the leg a little further away and really straighten the leg, okay? You decide. From here, inhale. As you exhale, begin to open the leg all the way out to the right. Keep pushing through the big toe mound and the heel and keep pressing gently with your left hand onto your left hip so it doesn't come up. Feel that line of energy along your inner thigh. Good, and then inhale, coming all the way back up. And then take the strap into your left hand and slowly lower the leg all the way over to the left. Right arm out to the side, look over your right shoulder and breathe. What also feels nice is to take your right hand to your upper hip, the outside of your leg, and kind of like roll it out a little bit. This creates a little more space in your groin. You can see if that feels good. If I was there with you, that's what I would do as an adjustment. Or you can just relax here with your right arm out to the side. Breathe. And again, feel the pose, the sensation. And then inhale, lift the leg back up, hug the knee into your chest. And straighten the right leg to the floor and just stay a moment completely still to feel the difference between the two legs. So what's true to me is that the right leg feels longer and that it feels more spacious, and the left leg feels a little bit more compressed. But again, that doesn't have to be the case for you. Just see how it feels for you. Good. And then bring your left knee into your chest. Stay here for a moment, really hugging the knee in. Right heel is reaching away from you. And when you feel ready, take the strap, place it around the foot. If you can, straighten the leg. And then with every exhale, draw the leg a little closer. And remember, if it's all turned in, to rather turn it slightly out, or maybe even push a little bit into the leg to create space. Right hand goes onto your right hip bone. Inhale as you exhale, open to the left. Breathing deeply. Nice. And then from here, inhale, lift the leg back up. Take the strap into your right hand, lower the leg all the way to the right and look over to the left. Maybe take your left hand to your upper thigh, roll it out, whatever feels good. Just breathe and soften the face. Good. Last big breath. Inhale, lift the left leg up, release the strap, hug the knee into the chest. And then straighten your left leg to the floor. And for a moment, again, just feel if it feels different now that we did both sides. Maybe it feels really nice and open, spacious, balanced. And then bring both knees into your chest, rock a little bit back and forth, and come all the way up to seated. And open your legs nice and wide. So I actually recommend sitting on a pillow or a block. Oops. When you sit on a pillow, it allows you to skip the pelvis forward, which might be nice because for some of us, we're like automatically rather leaning back a little bit. Now, if this is still challenging for you, totally fine to have the knees bent. You do what feels right to you, okay? You can also use a blanket, a towel, whatever works. And then inhale, lift the arms up. Really strong legs if you have them on the floor. Lengthen, 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 fold forward, but stay with your arms up in the sky. And now see if you can walk your sit bones 1 inch back. So we want to create length. Inhale, lengthen, lift, scoop the belly in, and then exhale and fold forward. And maybe your hands come to the floor, maybe your elbows come to the floor, wherever you are. Again, this is your truth. Don't force anything. You are where you are, and this is the beauty of yoga, that it teaches us to just work with what we have. Too often we beat each other up, or ourselves, I should say. We beat ourselves up for not being strong enough, flexible enough, or whatever it is that we think we're not enough. So let that go and rather just enjoy the pose, become present with the stretch. Where do you feel it? And then from here, slowly, when you're ready, Walk your hands back up and bring your right foot inside your left thigh. And then walk your hands over to your right knee and look over your right shoulder and press down so you can really stretch and lengthen. And then from here, release and swing your right hand over to the left leg. Place it either onto your shin, onto your ankle, or onto the foot and fold over to the left. So feel a nice stretch on the right shoulder, right arm, leaning forward, breathing deeply. And then pressing down, inhale and release, coming up, open the right leg and switch. Left foot is coming inside the right thigh. Walk your hands over to the left. And then with your next inhale, release and swing your left hand to the outside of your right shin or ankle or foot. You can use your right hand also for support. Breathe into the left shoulder, stretch. Scoop the belly in to lengthen even more. And then pressing down to come up. Open the left leg again and shake out your legs. Bring your hands behind the knees so you can slide the feet together and bring the feet really close to you. So for this one, I actually don't like the pillow. So Baddha Konasana. Some of you, if your knees are pretty high, keep your hands behind, press down to lift the chest. Beautiful way to stretch right here. Otherwise, you can take your hands onto the feet, open them like a book and fold forward. Those of you who maybe feel super open today, you could spread the toes like a lotus flower and place your elbows in front. It's a bit intense for me today, but that is another option if you feel really, really open here. Now, wherever you are, breathe deeply. Maybe smile for joy. Good, and then inhale, slowly come back up, straighten your legs, shake them out. All right, both legs straight. Actually, I'm not going to use the pillow. Place your hands behind with your fingertips pointing towards your feet. Roll the shoulders up and back so the chest is nice and open. Inhale to lift up for Purvottanasana, or slide the feet back if that's too much and come into tabletop. Good. All right, and then slowly come to sit down. Straighten your legs. Nice. Take the flesh out from underneath. Knees softly bent. Inhale, lift the arms up. And as you exhale, fold forward. Start with your belly touching your thighs. Maybe stay here, give yourself a hug, or straighten the legs eventually for a nice forward fold. And you can even do it a little more as a movement. You can always inhale to create more length, scoop the belly in, and then exhale, fold forward. And maybe once again, inhale to create length, and exhale, walk your fingertips forward, breathing deeply. Good, and then inhale, slowly come back up. Bend both knees, bring your feet a little wider than your hips, something like this. Now we want to stretch the shoulder, left arm goes underneath. See how my shoulder comes forward? Now with my right hand, I rotate my shoulder out and back. So it's like I'm giving it a little turn. And my arm pushes into the leg, but my leg resists my arm. And then I can float my right arm up into the sky for a nice opening in the chest. So some of you maybe can come even into a bind here, which might feel super nice. Otherwise, just stay here. So again, it's more about how you feel, what's true to you, than to force yourself into something you're not ready for. Face is soft, smile. Good. And then release and switch. Right arm goes underneath. Left hand grabs the shoulder and rotates the shoulder out. And the arm pushes into the leg pushes into the arm, left arm floats up. You decide if you want to go for the bind or just stay here. Breathing deeply. Good. And then slowly let it go, release. And once again, take the soles of the feet together. Maybe you want to stretch out the legs first, actually, and you can give yourself a little massage here. It always feels good. And then bring the soles of the feet together, this time further away for Tadasana. Slide your hands underneath onto the tops of the feet. Fold forward. And take a couple of really nice, deep, deep, deep breaths into the back of your heart, your whole back body. Feel the ribs expanding. And then slowly finding your way back up and into a nice, comfortable seat for our meditation. All right, so you can have either your feet in front, like aligning your heels, or maybe bring your ankles and your knees to touch. This is actually a nice way to sit too. Okay, so find whatever works for you. Feel free to sit on a pillow. I really like to put my heels in line. And then close the eyes and let your hands rest in any way that feels supportive and nourishing. Palms facing down is usually more grounding. Palms facing up is a little bit more inspiring, uplifting. Maybe bring your thumb and index finger together into Yana Mudra, mudra for strength. And then roll the shoulders all the way up and back and let the shoulder blades melt down on your back. And then begin to soften your face and to make your exhale longer than your inhale. If your inhale would be a count of 2, make your exhale a count of 4. Really double the length. And you'll notice the effect right away. When we exhale longer than inhale, it's very calming and soothing for the nervous system. Now begin to soften any control, release any control of the breath, and just feel like the breath is breathing you. Completely soft. And you can watch the breath going in and out of your nostrils. Ever so soft, no effort. And to keep your mind focused, you can visualize your breath now going in through the left nostril, crossing over the bridge of the nose and going out of your right nostril. And then in through your right nostril, crossing over the bridge of the nose and out through your left nostril. You continue in through your left, out through the right, in through the right, and out through the left, and keep going. And every time your mind starts traveling, bring yourself back. And what this meditation does, it really activates the point of the midbrain above the bridge of the nose. So you really become aware of this point where the breath is crossing over. And you can visualize this point as a beautiful light, a white light, a golden light, whatever you envision. And as you let go of the control of the breath, just focus on this point of light, your third eye, space between the eyebrows. And it's like your whole upper head, your whole area of the brain is now glowing in this beautiful bright light. There's no effort, sense of ease. A sense of lightness. Just enjoy the sounds of the birds, if you can hear them. And feel your gentle breathing. And then in your very own time, when you feel ready, you may slowly transition and come to lie on your back or Shavasana. So keeping the eyes closed, move really slowly. Once you lie on your back, ever so softly let your palms face up, your fingers relax, and your head relax, your forehead, your eyes, everything relaxed. Your arms, your chest, your belly, everything feels relaxed. Relax your pelvis, your hips, your legs, your feet. Relax your toes and enjoy Shavasana. And very slowly begin to deepen your breathing. Gently move your fingers and move your toes. And stretch your arms over your head. Give yourself a good stretch and then bend the knees. Hug them into your chest when you feel ready. And then rock a little bit side to side and maybe rest on your right side, whichever one calls you, and take a moment here. And then when you feel ready, slowly find your way back up into a nice comfortable seat. Keeping the eyes closed for just a few more moments, and again, checking in with yourself and what's true for you right now. So scan your body, check in with your heart, check in with your mind. What may have shifted? And the teachings are really meant to enrich humankind. They're an invitation for self-inquiry, for an inquiry into our stories, and to come to a place of holding space for ourselves and each other. And I want to share with you a really beautiful quote by Donna Falls. I love her. It's called One. Within us lie the answers to our deepest questions and the antidote for all our fears. The divine is not an abstraction. It's as clear and intimate as a heartbeat or a whisper. We are penetrated, suffused, caressed, cell by cell, with the same love that set the galaxies to spinning. No matter how identified we've become with mind and body, we can release the thoughts that blind us to the truth. Seek the still point where the words you and I lose meaning, where we meet and merge as one. And slowly bring your hands together in front of your heart. Take a moment here of gratitude to yourself for showing up on your mat today. And gratitude to all the teachings, all the wisdom, all the learnings, all the lessons every day. Let's close and seal with one last sound of Om. Nice big breath in. Om. And then thank you so much for joining me again today. Wish you a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste. Thank you.